Get ready for sports, news, and entertainment. All right here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
Swiss cheese in Toronto and Swiss cheese on this podcast. Lots of holes in 7 minutes with Simmons and in Toronto as the Maple Leafs drop Mitch Marner yesterday afternoon. He's heading to Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. 7 minutes with Simmons here. I'm your host, Christian, hoping your Canada Day was as special as could be. And it was right across the nation. Plenty of fantastic spectacles happening here in Canada, in Ottawa, in Toronto, and then in Manitoba. I could not believe what I read that was happening in Manitoba. We're going to get into it. We're also going to get into the Mitch Marner trade and sign, or sign and trade. He signs that contract in Toronto, immediately shipped off to Vegas, and nothing but a bag of pucks coming back. So we're going to talk about that. Starting with the Canada Day celebrations, let's jump out to the nation's capital. Ryan Reynolds and Heather Rankin and 4 others were invested as a group of 6 individuals into the Order of Canada during a ceremony in Le Breton Place Park. And I have no idea what the hell that means. I mean, if anybody wants to help me in the comment section down below, being invested into the Order of Canada has got to be a high honor. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that happen across the nation. Didn't get too deep into this stuff, but definitely something worth mentioning. Ryan Reynolds being one of the most well-known actors here in Canada, probably a Canadian Hall of Fame inductee, if there was one. I'm sure there is, but maybe for an actor or performer or comedian, voice actor. Ryan Reynolds, very well known for his skill sets here in Canada, and very, very cool to read that somebody like himself was honored in the way that he was in the nation's capital. In T of O, Nathan Phillips Square, always the place to be, as hundreds gathered to take pictures in front of the 3D Toronto sign. I've taken a picture in front of this thing myself before, usually doing it during the X. That's when I get out to Toronto with most consistency. I got out there this last summer for this past X. Haven't obviously reached the dates for this one upcoming, but I'll be sure to get my Toronto sign picture taken again. I stood right on top of it, and some security guy almost bursted a lung running over to get me off of this thing. But it's a great spectacle. And then, of course, the Blue Jays games. Always a sea of red and white as the Jays pregame drape the Canadian flag across the outfield and line up in their staple red and white unis to put on a Canada Day show for the fans. But, dude, check out what happened in Winnipeg. This, to me, is awesome. I can't believe the kind of entertainment that these guys had. Other provinces have got to take notes. In Manitoba, dance battles. Why don't we have that here? That is amazing. They had these guys coming out doing their little break dancing on those mats, spinning around. There was hundreds of people in attendance. There was also a skateboard demonstration, a basketball tournament, animal exhibits. They had a live musical performance. I don't know what the heck is going on in Winnipeg, but I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie. That sounds sensational. Whoever planned that list of entertainment was either already hammered in preparation, or this guy or girl is by far the most creative dude or gal you have ever met. Either way, I want an autograph and a picture and a spot in the audience next year. I'm going to Winnipeg, boys. Next Canada Day, it's happening. Who's coming with me? Let me know in the comment section below. Like a skateboarding competition? We got nothing like that happening here in Ontario. That sounds friggin-tastic, man. I'm here for it. I'm signed up. Anyways, a happy Canada Day to you all. And bringing it back to Toronto today, a real tough batch of news coming out of Maple Leaf Square. Mitch Marner has officially moved on. And I think we all saw it coming. I don't think anybody was really expecting him to stay. I am surprised that we were able to get something back, but like, what did we get back? We got nothing. We got nothing back. And I mean, I'm reading all these articles, and it makes sense. Like, they're talking, there's a lot of reporting going on about how during the season, Marner and his camp were pretty transparent with the Toronto Maple Leafs and their organization and Brad Treliving that, like this was probably going to be his last season. If they were able to capture Lord Stanley's Cup, maybe something would have changed. But Marner's looking to win, and that's the message. He's looking to win. He's looking to go somewhere where he has a chance to win, and he did exactly that with an 8-year, $96 million contract. As that deal gets all done, $12 million AAV immediately, trading him to the Vegas Golden Knights. And coming back to Toronto, Nicholas Waugh, 6'4", 28-year-old center, a $3 million cap hit. So we're opening up some cap space, which is exciting. He's got that 2-year contract, and that deal was finalized around June 30th to July 1st. So it's tough, man. It's really tough. I mean, you take a look at what we're getting back here, and he's a role player, a proven bottom six center, defensive specialist, occasional 30-point contributions, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know. This trade to me is out of desperation for Toronto. I think they look at this as, we were going to lose this guy anyways. Let's try our mightiest to get something back, and I guess Marner agreed to that. So, I mean, great for Marner, great for him and his family. Congratulations to the Marner group. Signing a big-time deal in Vegas. They're going to be looking to be a competitor, that's for sure. They land a top-tier playmaker, filling a key lineup hole. So Vegas is scary, man, and for Toronto, the return is modest. I mean, it's necessity versus value. Like, he's headed to free agency. Toronto extracted something. However, fans and analysts point out, this does not address any of their long-term lineup needs or defensive gaps. So we'll see how things change throughout the rest of the offseason. A couple of signings so far for Toronto, nothing major, but we'll see how things develop over the course of this offseason. We'll see if Toronto can find a way to get back onto their feet. Also, in Toronto Maple Leafs news, I did not mention this yesterday or 2 days ago, Johnny Tavares is back in TFO. Big news there, as we hold on to one of our 2 UFAs, and Matthew Nyes as well. The RFA signed for 6 years at 7 and change. That's exciting as well. Toronto making some moves. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.